free. Go.
Right, here we are. My name's Pat, this is Dean, my business partner. Dave is also, he's not here at the moment, but we've got an idea for a project that we've had for the last, well, quite a long time actually, a few years, but we've actually decided to try and commence with this project and make it work. We're going to build a complete vintage monotube studio for recording purposes, and I've had some experience in engineering with other bands and other people, had some ideas. Dean's been researching on how to do the studio. This is the studio, as you can see. It's 40 foot by 17 foot, and in height it's 11 foot with an apex roof, as you can see. As you pan up to the roof, you can see that there are trusses. Those trusses will be removed, strengthened, so we still have that ceiling height for bounce of sound. Okay. Also, as regards to soundproofing, Dean has been researching and has managed to get some original pegboard from studios that were in the 60s. And what's going to happen, Dean, if you'd like to explain?
Yeah, this is Lions board, which are the original manufacturers of the board in the States that they were using on studios over in America. It's basically a hard board, perforated so that it's used as a filter. Behind this we're going to put an insulation, and we will use this throughout the studio. It will be painted white, and we feel we're going to get a very good sound from this. This will give us what they call a semi-live sound in the studio, which is the same ambient sound as what Sam Phillips wanted for Sun Studios. So we are using the same format as his idea. As Pat said, the studio is going to be on the same rough size as Sun Studios, on floor space that is, 40 foot long, it's actually 18 foot wide, and this is what we're going to do. The corners, which are over here, we're again using the same material but in a thinnest gauge, and we will use this to make the corners rounded so that we don't have sound that's trapped in the corners. So that's the idea behind that. This will all be made up to ceiling height. The ceiling itself, as Pat has said, is going to be a more open plan. In the very top of the apex, we're going to be putting a slight flat section so that we don't trap the sound in the immediate apex of the roof. And that's another idea of a vortexing type idea, is what Sam Phillips again used on Sun Studios. So that's the basic, as you can see, nothing's been started yet. So this is our record of just
our very first video.
Of our very first video. We're hoping to do more on the way, which will be videos of subsequent work that we have done on the studio. Back to you, mate.
Thank you, Dean, for that. Right, so that's the explanation and the theory behind the sound. What equipment we'll be using will be mostly Ampex and a mixture of Altec equipment. We plan to use a 350 Ampex 2-track tape with preamp, 2 preamps for actual recording, and then possibly for mastering we're going to use an Ampex 300 full-track bathtub electronics, which we've already acquired. As regards to compressors, we're using a 436C Altec compressor, and also possibly in the future maybe an RCA 6ABA compressor as well. We're using a Collins 212E broadcast console, which is what they used to use in the old radio broadcasts. We have various mixers for location. Obviously we have a couple of 600 Ampex portable recorders with an Ampex MX35 4-channel mixer. So we've got quite a lot of equipment. Also we've got the old Atlas stands, microphone stands, heavy duty stands, various number of microphones, RCA 77s, 639 Altecs, some Shure 55Ss. Hopefully we're going to have a couple of RCA 44s in the future as well. We will have a resident drum kit, an Olympic 50s Premier Olympic drum kit, also bass, amplifiers and everything.
Most of this equipment you've imported from America, haven't you?
From America, yeah, which has been extremely difficult but possible. Anyway, if you'd like to follow me, also, this is the live room, and we will be having a control booth built here with the wall coming across. We'll have a big bay window to look out into the live room, and also the desk will be here, the Ampex, all the equipment will be here, so that'll be the control booth. We've even got a RCA original recording light, which says recording comes on a red light, so that's going to be that. And we have an office as well, which is going to be in here. And of course we have Ruth Archer, our resident
photographer.
So this is where the office will be, where you know, people want to book and stuff. We'll have a desk there, we'll have a fridge, 50s fridge over here, 50s sofa. Everything is done out like a sort of early 50s New York kind of vibe. Well, even the look, we're trying to get right down to the look, and also the recording equipment. It's going to be completely monotube vintage. So there's been a lot of research into it. I mean, I've still got a hell of a lot to learn on the engineering side. And I've asked various friends of mine to give me advice at home and abroad. So I'm looking forward to that, to producing good music. And also Dean's looking forward to doing this studio and seeing what the results happen, and at the end of recording sessions, obviously. And Dave also has put a lot of input into it regarding the equipment. He's not here at the moment, but he will be here most of the time. So yeah, so it's a good project, and I think it's the right time to do it, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
So this is the first video before anything really starts. So you bought all the equipment, it's just the actual refurbishment of the studio that's going to be happening imminently.
And also we can just say the person who's filming this for us, by kind invitation and kindly doing it for us, Ruth Archer, she will be involved, we're hoping, no twisting of arms here, that she is going to be doing DVDs for the bands if they want them done, band photography, and also hopefully if she would care to do some of the day-to-day running of the studio.
No twisting of arms.
No twisting of arms, yeah, we're doing it gently, not abruptly. So that's it. So next film that we're going to take of here, hopefully you'll see some differences with the construction.
Yeah, I'll pan around now so you get a view from the other end.
That's it.
So I'll just pan around
So to speak.
the room.
That's not the back end.
Keep this video clean, Mr. Rayford.
These doors and windows be removed, will they? Or,
and
done something.
And this is going to be. Tell everyone the address where this is going to be, so they know.
The name of the studio will be Sugar Ray's Vintage Recording Studio, or Services, whatever, but certainly Sugar Ray's.
Named after Pat Rayford, Pat Rayford.
for which many people know of his talents and abilities. He will be in charge of, fully in charge of production, fully in charge of running the bands, and fully in charge of what they want to achieve as far as the sound. We will be opening as soon as we can.
In Wickford in Essex.
We're at Wickford, Essex. We're half an hour from the M25. Hopefully that'll be good for bands. They'll be able to get here quite easily. We're going to be we're hopefully going to get this studio up and running before Christmas. We will have 2012. 2012. We will have an open day and evening for which we hope that fellow musicians, producers, music people will come down, spend some time here. We'll put some food on, some drink, and hopefully they'll come and have a look and see what we've got here to offer.
Well said.
To you, mate.
A wealth of experience, Pat. How long have you been a musician?
Me?
How many years?
I would say 35, 36 years. Not fully professional, but in the last 15 years I've been fully professional. But
Full time.
in playing music. But as engineering, probably about 4 or 5 years, and that's what I've done with regards to experimenting myself. But as I said before, I've learned from other people such as Ricky Braun, maybe Paul Richardson, people that have owned studios or have worked in studios before, and also being in studios myself, recording and watching what engineers do. I think the most important thing is to have an understanding of what music you're trying to produce, as regards to having a good feel and having a good ear for music, which I think I have. So
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to being very creative, because I think that's what I enjoy doing, creating music, not just for myself but for other people. So hopefully, well, I'm sure it's going to be good.
Okay, well, we'll have to wrap up because battery's running low on this video. So
anyway, well, thanks very much for your attention.
We'll bring you up to date with the next film, which hopefully will show the studio in its advanced stages.
Yep.
All right.
Over and out.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.